How's it going, everyone? Welcome to our Disney bracket. I am here with Amber. We have Trent, which you can't see right off screen, and Liam and Jason are our in-studio audience for today. Guys, we've all been a little stir-crazy with quarantine and staying in, and so my hopes are that this bracket can help give you guys something fun to think about, you know, when you're not thinking about school or you're just staring at your wall because you're stuck inside and there's nothing else to do. But also, hopefully that you guys can be encouraged to watch some of these movies with your parents, discuss with your family, and all that kind of stuff. I would put a link in the description of where you can vote. Anyone who's watching this can vote, so feel free. Parents as well. If you want to get your parents involved and have your parents vote, then so be it. The last thing I'll say, though, is if I see that, like, one person from one specific IP has, like, which means one household, has, like, 10, 20 votes, if there's some sort of shenanigans like that, I can lock the voting down to one vote per household, which is called an IP lock. I don't want to do that. So, no shenanigans. So let's just have fun with this thing. And whatever movie wins, then tomorrow night we're going to suggest that everyone tune in and watch it with us at a certain time on Discord. Would we say?
7. Well, yeah, 7 p.m. we'll be watching.
7 p.m. we will be watching. We're not going to host it because that's called piracy, which is frowned upon. But we will, however, be encouraging everyone to watch it with us and then be in Discord and chat, make fun of the movie, that kind of thing. Voting rounds will go live today. So there's, there's rounds for voting. So first round, second round, semifinals, and finals, and then last we announce the winner. We're going to release this video around 1 o'clock today, but you can vote. People have been voting all day. I posted the link early in the morning. Round 1 will close at 2. Round 2 will close at 3. Semifinals will close at 4, and the finals, the winner, will be announced at 5. And that's going to be, you have up until 5 to vote on the winner. It's the same link every time. That web page will just move forward in the rounds and do all the heavy lifting for me. That being said, let's get involved in this thing. So, Amber, round 1 is the highest seed voted on the internet is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They're saying that is the best, according to the internet, best Disney movie, versus Saludos Amigos, which is the worst Disney movie, but high enough to place.
Okay.
Saludos Amigos is an old school, and when you go vote, you're going to see the picture of it. Saludos Amigos is an old school, Goofy, Daffy Duck, Disney. We have some of the in-studio audience trying to jump in. They can't do it. You guys have to stay in your seat. That being said, we have bouncers just bouncing them down. For me, Amber, on this one, let me know what you think. But for me, we're in the gold and silver era, right? These are old movies. I don't want to be a hipster, right? Do you want to be a hipster? Like, we don't. Imagine if we were like, oh, you know what the best gold and silver age movie ever was? Saludos Amigos. No, that's not going to happen. For me, I haven't seen the movie, but I don't need to see the movie.
So I think, it's pretty simple in this one. Snow White. it's not my favorite movie, but it's going to be better than a movie.
It's going to be better than Saludos Amigos, right? Mm-hmm. So, okay, the next one is 8th position versus 9th position was
going to be hard.
Peter Pan versus The Jungle Book.
If anyone knows me, this is going to be like the quickest answer for me, which is Peter Pan. Come on. It's probably going to win, possibly, for me. You know,
we might fight later on in the bracket over Peter Pan, but right now, The Jungle Book...
And this is the original Jungle Book.
Yeah, these are all the original gold and silver. Yeah. The original Jungle Book was boring to me.
What?
Right? I would sit there and watch it, and, like, the music's just playing, and I'm watching this kid in a red diaper just, like, run across the screen. And it's like, and then, like, everyone's voice was like, there was a lot of deep things in that movie that just went way over my head. Like, the whole thing with,
I understand. I was homeschooled, so it didn't go over my head at all.
What was the snake's name? Not Bagheera, that's the panther. But, yeah, the movie's, like, all very sad, and at the end, the boy, like, goes to, like, live with, like, humans. It's just...
It's a great movie.
Peter Pan.
It's a great movie, but Peter
Pan moving on, right? Peter Pan got pirates, right? It's got Indians.
Yep.
It might be culturally insensitive nowadays. The next one, the 4th spot, which is interesting, versus the 13th spot. I am going to fight the internet on this one. Bambi versus the Sword in the Stone.
Ooh, that's hard.
Now, let's be honest. Sword in the Stone, it has the spell casting, right? It's like a D&D campaign. It's got like swords and sorcery and like.
It's really good. It has the. They become, like, growing up, my favorite scene was when they become squirrels. I just love the little girlfriend that's, like, so sad when he turns back into human. That's, like, the most best part of the whole movie.
Well, and it's got the wizard battle, right?
Well, sure,
where they're both using polymorph, which is cool. I think Sword in the Stone beats the dead deer, right? Like Bambi, it's all like, oh, my mom died and I'm sad and let's learn how to cope with grief. Nobody wants that.
I had a really hard time watching Bambi growing up because it was so sad. My nickname was Flower for a long time. But I still, even though with the nickname, I still choose Sword in the Stone. It's a classic, and they both are classics, but Sword in the Stone isn't so depressing. Bambi
is the poor man's Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
I think, which is not on this bracket.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in another era, but I just say that I didn't like Bambi, right?
Yeah.
I'm moving on. Sword in the Stone?
It's just too depressing.
We agree?
Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone.
We don't need a tiebreaker on that one.
All right. This one's going to be interesting. Pinocchio. This is 5th place versus 13th place. Pinocchio versus Dumbo.
The original Dumbo.
The original Dumbo. I hated Dumbo. I could not stand Dumbo.
Why?
I think people are bullies to this day because you watched Dumbo and you think the point of the movie is that the elephant has big ears and deserves to be made fun of. When you're a little kid. When I was a little kid, I was watching this and I was just like, they're making fun of the elephant, well, obviously, because he's got giant ears. Like, that makes sense. And then when you're not paying attention, you leave the movie, and if you don't get the moral, you grow up to be a bully. And I think that's why we have a lot of bullies to this day in my generation, because they watched Dumbo and they didn't understand the purpose of it.
But the song's really good. I mean, I sing that song to the kids, and they love it. But yes, I agree that Dumbo is a really sad movie, and it has a lot of inappropriate things. Like,
is there really?
There's, like, being drunk. And,
oh, yeah. There's some intoxication in there.
There's some other things, too. But
Pinocchio, I think, actually has that, too. It has underage drinking.
This is just back then, that's how movies work.
But it has a blue fairy. It has a whale. There's a lot going on in Pinocchio.
It's got the cricket.
It's got Jiminy Cricket. If you wish
but that movie really scared me. That movie scared me growing up. The whole part where he becomes a donkey.
Dumbo scared me.
Yeah, Dumbo.
He was like locked in a cell.
But Pinocchio goes to that, like, what was that land called? Where he, like,
yeah, it's like a fair he goes to. Yeah.
Yeah, and that freaked me out.
Neither
smoking and there was.
Neither of these are my favorite, but I have to say, if you sat me down, you're like, do you want to watch Dumbo or do you want to watch Pinocchio? I would watch Pinocchio hands down over Dumbo.
I think being a mom, I would choose Pinocchio as well because in Dumbo it's just really depressing with the mom and the kid and just the separation there. And Pinocchio, I think, has a better moral. It has a better moral of doing what's right.
If you sin, you will turn into a donkey.
Yeah, and be swallowed by a whale.
No, but I do think the whole thing is a moralistic tale. It's about his nose growing when he lies and
listening to the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
No. Or inner conscience.
There we go. Yeah. Let conscience be your guide. Maybe that's a bad moral for Christians, actually. But either way, I'm going to say Pinocchio, right?
Yes, Pinocchio. No tiebreaker there.
Take that, Dumbo. Okay, this is another like no-brainer one. We have Cinderella versus the Three Caballeros, which is Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Donald Duck.
I know it. Yeah.
And Cinderella, to me, Trent, is in an outrage that Three Caballeros is even on this.
Right?
So.
Yes, I mean, Cinderella growing up, I'm going to be right now ranked as a girly girl. I mean, if I'm not already. But
you are.
Cinderella.
You are.
Hey, listen. I like more wilderness things than you, so. I rode quads all my life. You didn't. Anyway, Cinderella was my favorite movie growing up, and I know every song by heart still. So Cinderella's
got to win. Again, we're not trying to be hipsters here.
So why do you like Cinderella?
I like Cinderella because it's not about Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Donald Duck.
I like them.
Cinderella's like, I don't know. As a kid, it didn't excite me. I didn't really care. I thought Bippity Boppity Boo was a fun song, and it's fun to say. But yeah, we got a bracket to get to here. Okay, and we're not gonna like 3 caballeros. Nobody, you know, caballero means knight in Spanish, by the way.
He loves Cinderella.
Caballero. Okay, this another one. Interesting. Fight of the Animals. 7th slot versus 10th slot. 101 Dalmatians versus Lady and the Tramp. Oof. Now, if we're up to me, I would say 101 Dalmatians.
Why?
There's a lot more intrigue in that. Lady and the Tramp's like, oh, like I'm a rich, dog, and he's like, oh, I'm a mangy dog, and we love each other.
It's romantic.
101 Dalmatians is like Taken. It's like the movie Taken, but for children. You know, like the dad dog is like Liam Neeson. They should remake this with Liam Neeson. And he's like, he speaks to the butler, and he's like, I will find you.
Yeah.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
And at the end, the dog kills the bank robber.
Yeah.
Or the butler. Is it the butler?
Yeah.
No, they're thieves.
No,
it's Cruella de Vil.
I
was thinking of Aristocrats there for a second there. Yeah, but 101 Dalmatians, just a lot more action in it. It moves quicker. Lady and the Tramp, I feel like lingers a little bit.
I disagree on this.
You disagree on this one?
I believe Lady and the Tramp is a better movie because it's romantic, and it has the spaghetti and the kiss, and there is some really scary
Children don't care about that.
The cats are freaky, but they are part of the movie, and it makes it a better movie that way. And I'm talking about the original, of course. I have not seen the new one yet, but I need to watch that.
So,
I prefer, because I like the whole, idea, Hallmark movies. It's like a Hallmark Disney movie because it has this romance between this rich girl and this nothing boy who's treated like dirt, and they fall in love and find happiness.
But you have, one of the classic Disney villains here, Cruella de Vil, making...
She's scary and she smokes.
Yeah, she's scary. It's the whole thing. The only one scarier on screen is...
She literally kills these dogs.
Yeah, that's action. All right, let's bring in our first tiebreaker then. Liam, if you would please.
Let's
Liam,
all welcome Liam.
Liam. Hi, Liam. So we are debating on 101 Dalmatians. I've got it on the screen here versus Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp.
You like Lady and the Tramp?
Why is that?
Why is that?
Because the other one is more scarier.
Oh. And have you seen this one? You've
seen both of these.
Yeah.
So you like Lady and the Tramp because the other one's scary. What about the Siamese cats? We are Siamese, if you please. And they're abducting a baby from its crib.
They are scary.
We are Siamese, if you please.
Too scary.
All right, we're gonna honor Liam's vote.
What do you like about Lady and the Tramp?
Because it isn't so scary after them.
Okay, 101 Dalmatians loses to Lady and the Tramp because Lady and the Tramp is more kid friendly.
You now get the candy that I told
Even though it features child abduction.
I did not bribe him, people.
All right, Lady and the Tramp wins. All right. The next one is one that we both have very limited say on, but I have an opinion. It is Sleeping Beauty versus The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Now, for me, both of these are terrifying movies.
I was allowed to watch Sleeping Beauty. I only watched it once because of the evil magic or whatever.
Well, in Ichabod and Mr. Toad's all about the Headless Horseman.
Oh.
That's where that comes from. Yeah, have you not seen that one?
I don't know.
For me, and again, when it comes to some of these ones that maybe we haven't seen in a while, we're talking Gold and Silver Age. This is all about staying power. This is all about classic moviness. I'm 29. Amber's 34. If we haven't seen these movies, give or take.
You're older than me, mister.
So, if we haven't seen these movies or remember these movies at this age, then... what are they really? For me, you have Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty. You have the Apple.
The fact that I know Sleeping Beauty and I don't really... I know Mr. Toad. I know that name. But I would choose, for me, there's a dragon and there's a prince who kills the dragon. It's like the classic. I feel like this is where kind of a lot of the stories came from of a Disney princess and the prince who kills the dragon.
The black and green fire, ooh, is so cool.
And the fairies are cool. It's just a scary movie for her.
Yeah.
And
I don't think the fairies are cool. They look like a knitting club. But either way, Sleeping Beauty, moving on. All right, now here we have one that is near and dear to my heart in a strange way. And when I say strange, it's because both these movies are strange. We have Fantasia versus Alice in Wonderland. Now here's the deal. Alice in Wonderland, is an interesting tale, right? It's got the Cheshire Cat. Yeah. You got the Queen of Hearts. But their heads, right? You have that. Fantasia has satanic witchcraft,
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
which is great.
I watched
it. No, honestly, my parents when in the 90s people got into really smashing the VHSs. We smashed Fantasia because it had, the guy has a name too, the Shadow Demon, who, as a kid, I'm watching Fantasia, and I thought it was great. You had the crocodiles and the hippos, dancing. Mickey is doing something with a broom, which is cool. The Sorcerer's Apprentice whole thing was fun. And then all of a sudden, just Satan comes on the screen.
Wait, really?
And starts raising skeletons from the dead.
I do not remember.
You don't remember? Okay, so Fantasia is a collection of short movies.
Yeah.
And then as you're watching it, all of a sudden it's boom, 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 and then over this town, these shadow devils start coming out of houses. I was terrified. It gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
Here's my vote. I vote Alice in Wonderland because, one, I feel it's a truer movie. Fantasia was YouTube before YouTube existed. It's a bunch of short videos compiled together, and now we just sit on YouTube and do that. But I don't feel like it deserves to be a movie, even though it was.
Ooh, you're going to have some meat.
I know, I'm sorry. If you like Fantasia, you don't watch Fantasia and be the plot really got me. You're no, I like the songs, and that's it.
Some people are diehard Fantasia fans.
I know, well, they are fanatical. Fantasistical.
No, stop.
Oh, all right, I'm going to say Alice in Wonderland.
So I don't really care for either of these.
Switch places! Oh, sorry, that's from the Switch tea time.
Yeah, I get it. But I didn't really care for, of course this is the original we're talking about, but it kind of creeped me out, the Cheshire Cat and all that stuff, and I feel like there's a lot of things we could dig into in that movie that I don't like, inappropriateness going on. In Alice
in Wonderland?
Yeah. Drug stuff.
There's some, the caterpillar is definitely on something.
Yeah.
But Fantasia, so what are you going to, you have, okay. So
this is hard because I don't really care for either.
Here's the thing, there is the Mickey Mouse scene with the hat. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he's got the dancing brooms. If Fantasia was only that, Fantasia would win for me. Okay. But it's not. It is the hippos and the crocodiles and the demons and
I will go with you. Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Alice in Wonderland, probably not making it past the next round. Right. Now we're weeding out things
I would choose to watch Alice in Wonderland over Fantasia if you want.
Yeah.
So let's do Alice in Wonderland.
Because we're weeding things out like Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros. All right. So now we've gone through. So now we're back to the top. Okay. So here we go. So now we have Peter Pan. This is where things get hard. Peter Pan versus Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Okay.
Peter Pan versus Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
What's your take?
Here's my deal. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, classic, right? Classic movie. I prefer Peter Pan because I like Peter Pan as a character. Peter Pan is cool. He's a boy who never grows up. He fights pirates. I grew up watching Hook, the Robin Williams movie, and ain't you Peter Pan? It was great.
I mean, like I said, I'm not really Peter Pan, of course. So.
Yeah, I'll fight you on the next one, probably. I don't know. Maybe not.
Peter Pan's the best movie.
Peter Pan, moving on. So, okay. Now we have Sword in the Stone. You see me coughing. I'm not sick. I woke up last night. I fell asleep on the couch, and I was playing a video game and watching a movie. But your mouth salivates, and then you fall asleep, and then I woke up choking on my own spit, and now it's in my chest I have pneumonia. of my own saliva. Is that too much? Have I gone?
Like, is it still like that?
It's just, it's just like I'm just like hacking up the slow. Anyways, now we have Sword in the Stone versus Pinocchio.
Okay.
Again, I'm Sword in the Stone all the way. Sword in the Stone all the way. Sword in the Stone, you have King Arthur.
Yeah.
You have fighting. You have the origin of King Arthur. You got the wizard battle.
Yeah, I would choose Sword in the Stone.
All right.
And I'm not saying that because you want it.
Again, Pinocchio, let conscience be your guide. If you wish upon
Yeah,
a star.
it's a good movie, but I would choose to watch Sword in the Stone.
It's got more action.
Exciting.
Okay, Cinderella versus Lady in the Tramp. Now,
Cinderella.
here's the deal. I know I was against Lady in the Tramp on the last one.
Bippity boppity boo.
Okay. Cinderella has like magic. It's got an interesting story, and the tale just flows beautifully.
Yeah.
She's poor. She has a fairy godmother. She goes to a ball. She runs away from the ball. She gets a glass slipper. We're in, we're out, we're done, right?
I think that's bad.
Lady in the Tramp is like, we're telling a story, the story loses interest. It's like those old like 1950s movies where you're like, this is a great movie, I'm learning something, and they're like, and then there was the war, and you're like, where are we going with this? And then it just starts going. You're watching It's a Wonderful Life, and you're like, George Bailey, and then as you're doing it, like the war happens, and you're like, what is this? I thought we were talking about him wanting to leave. Now we have wartime effort. Lady in the Tramp's kind of like that. You know, it's just telling a story. It loses its way. It starts wandering. It's like walking with a 4-year-old. And you're like, hey, over here, buddy, over here. And the story's like, I forgot we're telling a story. All right.
Cinderella is just the better one.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Alice in Wonderland versus Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, so my thoughts right away is Alice in Wonderland. Even though I don't really care for either movie, Alice in Wonderland definitely has a better following. And I'm not just saying that because for me too, I think if I had to watch one of these, I would watch Alice in Wonderland. It's better, I think, better art in it. Sleeping Beauty's probably older.
It is.
Yeah, and so the animation, of course, isn't very good. Even though I do not like either of these, I would choose Alice in Wonderland because you've got some like, I mean, you have the whole like you're going into another realm and it's kind of fun.
I would choose Sleeping Beauty.
Ooh, why?
Here's why.
I thought you loved Alice in Wonderland.
I don't. I like the new one with Johnny Depp, and I don't love it. But it has the Jabberwocky. There's like a claymore, and he fights. It's cool. I like the action.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the slaying of the Jabberwocky was cool. That's not in the original Alice in Wonderland. The Bandersnatch. Like, there's a lot of cool creatures in the new one. The old one is just like this girl's like on an acid trip, and just like Sleeping Beauty to me has, again, we're talking the dragon, we're talking the apple, we're talking the mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all, right? I just think it's great. I think we should have a tiebreaker.
Okay.
The hard part is he's not going to really know. So we're going to invite Jason. Jason, come on board. Everyone for Jason. All right, Jason, let me get you some clip art here. So which movie would you like to watch? And whichever you choose, you're going to be forced to watch after this. So, you know, you're going to have to pick based on clip art. This one or
You can't see.
Okay.
Here, we'll do it like this.
Which one of these movies looks more entertaining to you?
There's Sleeping Beauty. She's a girl who gets a spell put on her that she can't. She's just sleeping forever. And
Whoa. Okay. Sleeping Beauty is a story about a beautiful girl and a queen who wants to be beautiful, and she asks a magic mirror who is the prettiest, and the mirror says she is. And so
wait, are you sure?
Am I right here?
That's Snow White.
Is that Snow White? I'm way off here. I'm way off. I don't even know what's going on.
No, but
You're
she
right.
falls asleep.
Man,
she
why?
gets a curse put on her that makes her fall asleep. I think the whole town falls asleep.
Both have an evil queen?
Yeah.
Are they the same movie?
No, Maleficent's different. And so mainly there's a prince who has to kill this dragon, and then he comes and kisses her and she wakes up. So that's what that's about, and there's these little fairies and stuff. But Alice in Wonderland is that picture over there, and that's the one where she falls in a hole and she goes into this another world, and there's a bunny that says, I'm late, I'm a very important date, blah, 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 blah. So which one would you choose?
I choose
This one?
Yes.
Alice in Wonderland. Jason chooses to watch Alice in Wonderland. You know, it's got the Mad Hatter, it's got Tea Time. Apparently, Sleeping Beauty is just, and Snow White are the same movie. I just can't. Liam's got some clip art for us. Liam, what is this? Come on in.
No.
Oh.
Wonder Warhammer is on the ground.
Oh.
You're trying to
Thank you.
Will
you pick those up for me?
Can you clean it up?
Thank you. All right. You have one of my models.
Jason, everyone. Thank you, Jason. You can have the candy I bribed you with. Just kidding.
Be gone.
I did not bribe him.
Alice in Wonderland
No, Jason,
moves
don't.
on. Okay, we're in the semifinals now.
Okay.
So we got Peter Pan versus Sword in the Stone.
What do you think?
Sword in the Stone.
No, Peter Pan.
Sword in the Stone.
Seriously?
Here's the deal. It's got action. It has adventure, right?
Who did I marry?
I'd like to see King Arthur and Peter Pan team up in like a direct-to-DVD Disney special, right? And throw Mowgli in there too. Just have all the kids of
Peter
Disney
Pan
playing around.
Wouldn't.
Okay, Okay, now Peter
Liam,
Pan.
Stay here,
a lot of
we're gonna
times,
need you.
a lot of times you remember a movie fonder than it really is, right? You go watch the original Peter Pan, and it's like Technicolor. It's like grainy. It doesn't hold up very well, and like.
And Sword and Stone does?
Well, here's the deal. Peter Pan is like, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, as it goes around, right? It's got these dance number-esque type things that, like, show up. It's just like, and this song happens, right? And the whole, like, they're flying through London. Cool. Move on, right? Get to Neverland. And that's where the name comes from. You watch that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to upset you, Trent.
Yeah, Trent,
but
I want to cry too.
You watch that, and you're like, are they never going to land? And that's why they call it Neverland, because the song goes on so long. And Captain Hook gets swallowed by the crocodile, but there's no real action. There's no real fighting in the movie.
Yes, there is.
Right, so...
Peter Pan and Captain Hook. What about the alligator or the crocodile and the Indians?
But, like, it doesn't really... What? Like, it doesn't really...
And shooting Tinkerbell.
Sword in the Stone has the wizard duel. It has the kid who, like, learns to be the king, and at the end he gets the sword, and everyone's like, he's the king, and like I love all the people like respect him.
It's a good movie, but Peter Pan wins. I mean, there's no competition here.
Oh, listen, I have to go Sword and Stone. Oh yeah, let's call in Liam. Liam, come on in. Liam again, everyone.
Liam,
all right.
You can be honest.
Liam knows these movies. Okay, Liam has seen both of these movies.
Do you remember Sword in the Stone?
Not this one.
What's it about?
Like the wizard.
The wizard, yeah.
And nobody can get out. Nobody can pull out the stone.
The sword out of the stone. Yeah, and the boy becomes a squirrel.
Oh, they're right there.
It's a fun one, huh?
Fun.
All
right.
And then the scene with all the dishes being cleaned with all the magic. Isn't that fun?
So,
I prefer
Peter Pan, you know too. Why do you prefer Peter Pan?
Because, like, I've seen it more times, and it's more like, really fun.
If I told you right now that you had to watch one of these movies 3 times in a row before you could play video games, before you could go
There's
outside,
no right or wrong answer.
which one would you sit through 3 times in a row?
Peter Pan.
All right, Peter Pan.
Yeah! Go eat all the candy you
Peter
want.
Pan wins.
Just kidding.
This just means
I'm kidding.
if Peter Pan wins the whole bracket, that means I get to fight Amber in the finals over Peter Pan versus some other movie. Probably
literally?
Beauty and the Beast. It'll probably be Beauty and the Beast that I fight you on, which is in the next. That's in the Bronze Age bracket. Trent, he's upset. He's like, "Why aren't you calling me to be a tiebreaker? Because you don't know anything, okay? You don't know anything, Trent." All right. So, yeah, you can take him. Cinderella versus Alice in Wonderland. Here's the deal. Alice in Wonderland. I keep voting for the ones that I was voting against, but it's because just comparing them. Alice in Wonderland is a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
It's a lot more exciting
than
Cinderella.
Sorry, I was getting a baby.
How is Cinderella exciting?
How is Cinderella? Okay, there's a girl named Ella whose father dies at the beginning. Well, the mother dies.
It doesn't happen in the...
Listen.
Okay. This is backstory.
It does happen. It happens. The dad is in the beginning of the movie.
He doesn't you don't see him fight a heroic death. He's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. Like, it isn't like he's just dead.
So that's not a big deal to you? So her mom and dad are rich, and they have this wonderful family, and then both of them die. And she's stuck with the stepmom, who is a horrible person to her, and calls her Cinderella because she has cinder all over her. Cinderella. She dreams of this wonderful land of being, free of this, but she doesn't run away because she faces her problems.
Nothing you're describing is exciting.
And there's little mice, and there's what about the fairy godmother? She shows up and puts on this beautiful dress.
A funny song.
And no, she put this dress on her,
it's as
and
if
all the animals turn into different humans.
Imagine watching Disney's Frozen, right? But it's only the songs. There's no action. The guy never. The guy never. No,
what Lucifer?
I'm saying imagine, like the cat chasing mice.
What about her dancing with the prince? And her losing her.
Here's my contention.
And then all the feet are too big.
Here's my contention. First of all, it's like Cinderella has the smallest feet, and no one has the same shoe size. What's her shoe size? 3? And is it like making people feel bad about having big feet?
Okay, I agree with that.
But either way, here's the deal. Like, it could be a Barbie movie. You could put Barbie in Cinderella's place, and that would be acceptable. It is a Barbie movie. There is no thing that, there's nothing in there that is exciting. So again, what my contention is, if you watch Frozen, right, and it's got the big angry frost golem,
we're not
right?
talking about
Frozen.
Fight.
No, what I'm saying though is, imagine taking all of the action and excitement, the wolf chasing them, take all of that out. Hans betraying them, take that out. And kind of dreams. And you put that in everyone. And you put that as a movie. Frozen would not do well. It needs action. It needs adventure. It needs excitement. Alice in Wonderland has the Queen of Hearts. It has this exciting
Tiebreaker.
Jason, everyone.
We're waiting on Jason. Trent, do you want to choose?
All right, Jason, we have another tiebreaker.
Jason, I didn't tell you to actually get candy.
All right, we got Cinderella. You know Cinderella, right?
Cinderella.
This movie. All right.
With the little mice.
Yes.
Okay, Cinderella, right?
Okay.
Versus Alice in Wonderland. Okay.
You said your brother Trey.
Alice in Wonderland. Okay. This is the one you voted for last time with the rabbit. Relate for very important date. Hello, goodbye. Okay. It's got the tea time. It's got the Cheshire Cat. Or Cinderella, a glorified Barbie movie. Which of these would you prefer to watch?
Cinderella.
Why?
I just want to watch it.
More than Alice in Wonderland? Why is that?
I haven't watched Cinderella in a long time.
But which one do you think you like more?
I like this one more.
Alice in Wonderland?
Yes.
You like Alice in Wonderland or you like Cinderella?
Alice in Wonderland.
You want Alice in Wonderland?
Yes.
Because it looks more exciting?
Yes.
Why? Why is it more exciting?
Because it doesn't look like it has any scary parts in it.
Alice in Wonderland wins! Alright. Now the good news is...
Get out of here!
We're not going to have Jason, everyone, Jason. We're not going to have much of a contest here, though. Alice in Wonderland versus Peter Pan for the final. I will have to agree with you. Peter Pan. Should be Sword and Stone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The real final. Oh, I know. He's just kind of Sword and Stone was not in the finale, but it should be Peter Pan. You agree, Peter Pan?
Peter Pan.
You agree, Peter Pan? Peter Pan.
Pan.
You can fly. So the winner of this week's bracket for the Gold and Silver Age Disney movies is Peter Pan. So tomorrow, you can fly. So tomorrow at 7:30,
7.
Tomorrow at 7, we're going to hunker down as a family, and we're all going to watch Peter Pan.
Mountain Standard Time.
Mountains, MST, as they say. Is that true? Okay.
I think so.
We're from Arizona. We're used to saying Arizona time. They have their own time zone. But Peter Pan, 7 o'clock, we're all going to sit down and watch it as a family and be on Discord, making fun of it or appreciating it.
Wait. We're going to watch Peter Pan?
We're going to watch Peter Pan.
We're going to watch Peter Pan.
We're going to watch Peter Pan tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. 7 o'clock p.m. as a family. You guys, actually, that's not true. That's not true. We don't get to decide. You guys get to decide. So if you agree with us, if you don't agree with us, go down, vote, and whatever wins, we're going to watch. If we want to sit down, we want to watch Peter Pan, we can't. We're barred from watching Peter Pan. If you guys
do that. I want to watch Peter Pan.
If you guys choose another movie as the popular choice, that is what we're going to watch at 7. So not Peter Pan. So we want to watch Peter Pan. Peter Pan's our family's vote. I have voted individually, and I believe Sword in the Stone won in my bracket. Oh wait, no, it hasn't gone all the way to the top yet. Amber is going to vote. Liam and Jason can vote, and yeah. So get your votes in. Let's see at 5 o'clock tonight who the winner is, and tomorrow night that will be what movie we all watch.
You know, talk on Discord while we all watch it.
It's going to be Sword in the Stone, though. We got off track here. Everyone's going to choose Sword in the Stone. All right, everyone. Bye.
Peter Pan.